And good morning, dear friends. I have received quite interesting posts from different quarters. Firstly, I'll respond to the one who's of the view that life with principles is like difficult traveling with heavy load. So I must say that principles based upon fair play and justice are always good, and they make our lives very light and very pleasant. Talking through my personal experience. When I refuse to discriminate, when I refuse to be unjust or unfair, that helps me a lot to live a very smooth life. My conscience is always I'm satisfied, and that helps to attain good health as well. Besides respect in public and all that. So that is my view of principles. And then there is an interesting post from Li Jianxiao. He has revealed that Pakistan has joined $1 trillion markets club. Well, Lee, my MPhil thesis is about topic of it was China as a factor in Pak-US relations, and I'm having good number of Chinese university fellows, and I never visited China. Personally, I don't go anywhere, and there was no invitation. So I believe in bilateralism. That is good for Pakistan. And our bilateral relations with China are a source of great pleasure for all of us. Our initial border settlements with China were a very pleasant affair in 1961-62. 1961 is a year of my birth. So the information which I had got later on through while doing masters in international politics and MPhil in international politics and US studies, that Hunza Valley was gifted to Pakistan by China, and our border dispute or differences whatsoever were amicably settled, and we don't have any border dispute in China. So that shows the reasonableness of our minds, Pakistani and minds of Chinese, that we are reasonable people. Well, there is an ideological difference. We believe in democracy. We have a constitution, and we are a working democracy. And Personally, I by myself, I do not appreciate any sort of, um, I do not appreciate any sort of bilateral relation in which our partners are trying to impose their system in our country. But I do appreciate bilateral relations on the basis of equality and non-intervention. And there are certain disturbing informations regarding um, certain political parties that they are being funded by China and they are, I mean, uh, having a sound footing here without having any democracy within their political setup as political party. So I don't appreciate this. I do appreciate the settlement of border dispute. I do appreciate if we are having a balanced trade between China and Pakistan. Because so far the balance of trade is tilted in favor of China. Since 1960s, we import more from China and thus our products are, China is not a good market for our products. So I believe in some sort of balance in trade as well. And obviously, Chinese are reasonable people. Gradually, we are moving towards more improved relations. And China was always, as I had mentioned, that word irritant. That was a topic of my thesis, that China as an irritant in Pak-US relation. So our relation, our ideological commitments with United States of America are based upon multilateralism. We were part of CENTO and CETO, which was a multilateral arrangement. And still we are again back in alliance relationship with USA after 9/11. Those relations were getting so closer to us. But then, as Pakistanis, we are supposed to promote our national interest. And I also think that at one hand that we are having bilateral relations with China, and we are there in multilateral arrangement with United States of America. So that goes in our national interest. And of course, we manage all that. And obviously, due to ideological reasons, we are more near to USA and its allies. And I appreciate Li Jianxiao's statement that Pakistan is now a member of Trillionaires Club. And I think soon we will be able to see the good impact upon the lives of our people here in Pakistan as well. Because if Pakistan is a proxy of China in a Trillionaires Club, that makes a little difference for the people of Pakistan. What good will it bring to the lives of the people of Pakistan? So I think that our bilateral relations can improve further. There are certain other complaints regarding Chinese technology that they are pushing us towards coal-based electricity producing system. So, and that is polluting our environment, and we need clean energy. Solar system is good for us. So I think no matter what our ideologies are, we are pro-West, we are pro-America. China is a reality in our neighborhood, and we can improve this bilateral relations further without harming our relationship with the United States of America and the free world. So countries are not like human beings. There is no emotional stance involved in interstate relations. We pursue mutual interest, and whenever we are having good, intelligent people in our office, foreign office, then our country is having some advantage of having good relations with our immediate neighbors and faraway strategic allies as well. And that is always good for our economy as well, as for the stability in our political system as well. Though I do not appreciate any external intervention or any promotion of authoritarian ideologies in Pakistan. So these were a few posts which I was supposed to respond. And then our ex-foreign minister, she says that there is some Friedman's, she's giving Friedman's reference of his book reference that America is in Afghanistan to promote chaos in the Central Asian region and in China and elsewhere. So Friedman shall know that Central Asia is already in chaos. The Soviet Union, after the dismemberment of Soviet Union, there are 15 new states, and most of the Central Asian states are in chaos of different levels. And if we accept that Friedman's premise, then it means that American forces in Afghanistan are definitely in trouble. Because others will also resist the designs of American troops there, if they are bent upon spreading anarchy in South Asian region and in Central Asian region, because uh, obviously these people, everybody wants to stay stable. Okay, I don't think that Friedman is very logical. And American foreign policy in Afghanistan is based upon his logic. And America is not a colonial power. They are there in Afghanistan and they do have bases there. And bases are on lease, and they are helping the Afghan government. So, and then with the change in administration, you see, for everything is changed. Mostly, with foreign policy objectives of USA are always still. So, if Friedman is right, then obviously American forces in Afghanistan are in trouble because nobody will let them do that if they want to do. China will change itself gradually, as Soviets they did. I think that Soviets were demoralized when Garry Kasparov uh, migrated to the United States of America. He was a chess champion, you see. And then they were demoralized further when they were defeated in Afghanistan. And the final blow to uh, them was a devastating economy. So they were dismembered and the chaos was there. And America did that with the help of Pakistan. Because to defeat Soviets militarily, first time in the history of the world, because they in Eastern Europe, no one was there to resist them. Soon after the Second World War, and they had taken over all the Eastern Europe. They had Soviets. They had installed their communist regimes everywhere. At least Germany. So they had defeated them militarily with the help of Pakistan and Afghanistan. And any efforts to spread chaos and anarchy in Pakistan, that is, I mean, because there are certain actors here whom are openly professing for that, and these actors are at political stage. So obviously, then conflict of interest between Pakistan and United States of America is there in Afghanistan. Through negotiations and through realization of the fact that United States can do little with the help of without the help of Pakistan, they might change their policy if that policy is there. Still it's a premise, and Friedman, a writer can write anything. I mean, a book cannot be considered as a foundation of a foreign policy of United States of America. So here we can find some friction because of the conflicting interests, if that is true, what Friedman is talking about. Then some friction is here in Afghanistan between United States of America and Pakistan, because we will never let anyone create chaos here in Pakistan. And obviously, we want true democracy here, and we all are working hard to achieve that target. We want to make a welfare state to boost of our economy on solid grounds. So that is all which I wanted to say in response to the posts of different friends. And I wish all the best to all of you. Good luck.